Hey Todd and Gulf Winds, this is Peter here in Sudan. We wanted to show you the village that you're helping to put up. The school's behind me, the 3 rooms that are going in, and it's going up. They expect it to be done within coming weeks. You can see behind me some of the bricks that they've been working on. There's sand right behind you, the village in the background, and over the other side, the clinic that's also going up. So similar projected timeline, very close to completion. As we pan back around, you'll see the village back here. It's a village of Wowo, which is rapidly becoming one of the most significant villages in this area. A huge population just descending on this place, and so the need is huge with all of the different people coming in. Some of the students from the school have been walking 2 hours in the morning to get to another school, going to school all day, and then walking 2 hours back. The clinic was just in a mud hut before. Now there's an established building going up. So significant development happening to help cultivate change and transformation here in this area, all thanks to your gift. So we look forward to talking to some of the local people, interviewing them, and sharing with you even more about what's happening here thanks to the change and transformation that you're bringing. Okay, I'm here with my friend Domonzo. We've been good friends for a while now, since he was a part of the Bible school that I helped to lead in our home village of Kulu during the years when my wife and I lived here. So how do you think it will help the students here to now have their own developed school?
Yes, this is my teacher, his former teacher. His name is Peter. I love Peter, and I love his friends who came together with him. So the project is helping us so much. So the community, they are very happy. Even they are very glad. They are thanking God. This school here will help our students. Will not move from place to another.
Yeah.
Because this school is stable.
Yeah.
And it will help many students to come.
There is a company in America called Gulf Winds International, and they're our friends, and they are your friends because they're the ones who have helped to make this project possible. So it's many people who have worked very hard to raise the money, to find the money in order to be able to do this project.
Yes.
So would you like to say thank you to them for what they've done?
I would like to tell them that I thank them so much. Let God help them. God bless their family for what they have contributed for us.
Thank
so
you.
I thank them so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm here with Wesley, who's a friend of mine, and he's helping out to oversee the construction here with the Sudan Inland Development Foundation, our partners on this project. So what will this project mean to the community? With the clinic and with the school, how will it impact all the people here?
Well, they will benefit a lot from it because by then, during the movement, they have a clinic here, and the ants are the most terrible things.
The termites.
The termites.
They eat the wood and the mud.
Yeah, the wood, the grass, everything you have to renovate.
Yeah.
But now this one, something is very concrete.
There's no wood here.
No, nothing.
No termites.
Yeah, no termites.
Yeah. So our friends with Gulf Winds International in America are the ones who have helped with this project to provide the funding. They've worked so hard. All the people in the company have worked hard to try to raise the money, to put their money together in order to help this village here of Wowo. So would you like to say thank you to them for the job they've done?
Yeah, I would like to thank them very much. And also now you have come to see it, so that means we are doing it together. Because one person can do nothing in this world, but when you are many, work will go.
That's good.
So I thank them very much. And I also thank Peter very much to come and see this work here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
That's great.
I'm here with Drew Steffen, who's a friend of mine from the States, and Drew's our advisor on this project. Really grateful, Drew, that you've come with us. So maybe you can share with Gulf Winds International some of your thoughts based on your experience with architecture, with project construction on both of these buildings.
Yeah. Well, we just walked through the school, which is across the street, and we've just stepped through the clinic, and they're both in different phases of construction. But after speaking with Wesley and walking around the structure, from everything we see here, it's really phenomenal in comparison to what we see in the area, and it seems like a very long-term structure. So from that perspective, I think it's very appropriate and it's very impressive, actually.
And out here, we don't worry as much about aesthetics. I mean, in the States, we worry a lot about aesthetics and how things look. We like a nice coat of paint on the outside. Out here, what we're really worried about is just the integrity of the structure to make sure that it really can last for the long term and nurture some tremendous development here.
Absolutely, yeah, and talking to Wesley about the bond beams that are going to happen above the door headers and the windows, very simple things, but these are things you absolutely need to maintain the building long term. So just, I'm very confident in what I've seen here. It's very impressive.
It's perfect.
From a human living side, what does this mean to the community?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, we used to live in a village that's just several miles that way. So to come here and to see people that we used to live among and to see what this will have just means a lot to me personally on a very, very deep level. Watching people that have always worked in a mud hut clinic like my wife used to, when I would go in and termites were running up and down the walls and people were hanging in the doors and the windows, they'd walk for hours to come there, and there she was just treating them and impacting their lives in profound ways. But at the same time, the building was falling down, and to go from that to thinking about what it would be like if my wife was back here today working in this building, unbelievably profound, the impact. And then the school used to meet in our village out under the tree, and the school here is meeting in a church. So they don't even have their own building, and now there's a permanent building with these 3 classrooms going up. And I think about these little kids that I've seen for years, 8 years of working in this area, knowing the language, knowing the people, and when watching them go out under the tree. If it rains, they can't go to school. If the termites eat the buildings, they just lost their school building. Now they'll have a permanent structure for the long haul. All right, we're here with the market behind us, and we're going to show you the old clinic over here as we pan around. You can see Wesley and I walking towards this old clinic. So you can see the quality of the structure. You can see where the mud walls are cracking and breaking apart. And up here on the roof, you can see the termites. So they eat the wood, they eat the straw. Yeah, they've climbed all the way up here, and so this roof has to be replaced continually. The mud walls have to be patched and repatched. And so what you'll see behind us, which is a beautiful sight to the people, you can see the roof off in the distance of the new clinic. So again, no wood, no straw in that new clinic, just a permanent structure. So Wesley, it is a big difference going from this structure to that new one.
Because this one you have to renovate yearly. The aunties are there, they have the climate as you have seen, as Peter was telling you. But now, when that one is finished, I think they will have no problem of this termites again in destroying their things. That one is the durable thing which can last even 100 years.
That's great.
This our children, when they get education, the doctors will also come from this area here.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, we're walking on up to the church, which is where they've been having the school. They had no school building here, and all these kids, and then this population influx, and they needed to be able to house the students and have some teaching. So we're going to walk into the church. We're going to see what we find. Last time I was here, several months back, they just had a blackboard, and they had the old wooden pews that everybody sits on Sunday, and that's what the kids were on row after row as they were having their schooling. So we'll walk in and we'll see what we find in here. All right, we're here inside the church now. You might see some mosquito nets behind me. The workers on the school that's being constructed are being housed here, so very generous of the church and community to house them here. The students normally come here for schooling, sit in these pews. I guarantee you these pews will help keep those students awake. And then blackboards at the front that the teachers teach from. So you see a problem here. There's only one room. There's just one room for all the students. If other students in other grades need to meet somewhere, they have to go out under the tree or they have to go somewhere else. So again, a tremendous change going from this place, this church, to where they will now be housed in this new developed school. All right, I'm here with Carrie Henderson, great friend of mine, and our Sudan country director. So, Carrie, you've been in Africa for years. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts of this project, how it's going, and also what it will mean to this community.
Well, from my experience, I feel that this project is going very well as planned. In Africa, you know, you run into a lot of different obstacles, and so that slows things down, but these guys are moving. They're getting things done. We're very impressed with the construction ability of what they're doing. They have some skilled laborers that are helping them, so that's helping things move along. But I can just see the impact that it's going to have here in this community, not only to help them physically, but also to give us opportunities to help them spiritually, and that's our main focus.
Thanks, Kerry. This policeman just walked up to me, and he's a policeman for this area, just speaking in the tribal language, and he was kind of rattling out this word of thanks and just expressing his appreciation for what's happening here and for the change. And I wish that somehow you and I could just reflect it back to Gulf Winds, because we know that we're just doing our part, but it is only possible because all of you have sacrificed so much in order to make this possible. So, as Kerry said, we can never express our thanks and express really the thanks of the Sudanese people, because as you keep hearing them say, they have never in their history received this. So it is a tremendous, just enormous gift that will bring such transformation. So from right here in the market of Wowo, we want to just express our thanks on behalf of the people for all that you've done and for the transformation that God is bringing through you to this village here in the bush of southern Sudan.